Editorial made the bravo a set your moral responsibility. In fact, or share a day so say who dear enya ye be kan wasem. Then I'm inspired to speak about this because it is often easy to blame journalists. Na matiti bi and no penny be frame or say ohene musumo kan obi enti na de ekoso no ekoso. Enti even though enye right but metini pa no be bia or bas metina se. Even for us as journalists, there's a higher responsibility for us as watchdogs. Say you who are dear nya, you be kan wasem, you be tu wan among, ama dear enya no ya any ye. So there's a bigger responsibility on us as journalists, as broadcasters, as reporters, or as social commentators. We make say, and as we be say, ohene, some men na bentia o kasa say. Even before I get there, I would like to say something before I even start. Into our team here. And this is a general statement I made by here. So we are neutral in situations of injustice. You have chosen the side of the oppressor. And then I'm going to say, oh, yeah, you're neutral. Yeah, you need F yes, so you're you're neutral. And so, Samuel, the echo, yo, say, yo, yen can asimbia. If you say, and kaye and fire. And I pay the person and say, if you have that position, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Now, Martin Luther King Jr. Kasembi, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Kasembi, the ultimate tragedy is not the oppression or cruelty by bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. Because the only way for people to perpetrate injustice is the definite silence of everybody. The ma boniye akoso ne se yehu so obi ye bone ne yenka ho asem. E chese ye foaso. And I mean, I'm social media and I'm say shake to fake. A positive pictures be. Thomas, over to me, madam, a positive picture na ke me de pa. Now the picture on it stand alone means nothing. Shake to fake oyen sentroni. Enti uhun say oti radio studio bi edi sports nkomo an kenya simbia. But let us read the caption that accompany these pictures. Earlier today, myself and members of our communication team, Ibrahim Babangida Alasan and Teti Ahin Tenda, were at Moonlight FM in Sunyani to propagate the hood, not the opposite chance, the good works of the game changer. A luta continua. Now, what this means is that they are propagating the good works of Ket Iyesu Kweku as the GFA president. Okay, Bonnie, there be. All of us has constitutional rights to associate. And say Alan ya me associate say me bo ni ekoba. It is my right constitutionally. And but the hard you know what say ye beto ba na elections committee for roadmap my tie elections committee for roadmap my and so Yen sebeto aba. Enti members of the Ket Okreko communication team enam normal campaign openly. Even the requirement for you to meet to be able to contest MI. And in political sense, this is abuse of incumbency. And the but it is injustice. It is not correct. And all of us must speak against it. You don't create a situation where you have an undue advantage. That 4 or 3 months into an election, there's no roadmap, there's absolutely nothing. And soon I'm say a campaign about the way who do. This is not democratic. This is not done anywhere. Sir, the next general elections, I'm about to Ghana, TO. Now the MPP government conniving with the Electoral Commission. Say, you have a roadmap on ma. How about filing nomination? How about picking nomination forms? What file it? Sending money in a year from 4 months to the general election. Uvi se anke kuma bit matra anke beko kruwe mu. Because it is important for the elections committee to run a free, fair elections. You do not create an avenue where one candidate has an undue advantage. The last time no more a year takrade. Now no omko kumase. Enei omo a year sunyane. Some would argue say na se omunchichiri obi ase mo obi an campaign. Fair point. But unim say, and I'll give you a practical example. Meaning say Alan ne Prince no be out me echo the P4P manifesto launch na say amoko obi a. Or launching the manifesto 2 days and about to just say ye be banning from contesting. And check and a ban ne buy. Do you know how much money had gone in campaigning, the manifesto launch and all that? And now, just say the roadmap number 2 or go through vetting. How much more a situation where the roadmap is not out, you do not even know the criteria in which would be contested. You don't know. And what else can you do? Me a football, me say Obama na say over campaign. Question maybe say elections na ban, but to da ban. Because when man say, any chama nyabotre say ne ye nim die be to aba. So nobody will take you serious. I'm saying that it is unjust that all of us are quiet over this. Why is this done? Say 4 months or 3 months to the end of your tenure, there is no roadmap for elections. As onam now company, na to say everybody is quiet about it. Everybody in this country is quiet because we don't want to speak no evil, we don't want to hear no evil, we don't want to see no evil. But you see, we cannot pretend as ostriches, bury our head in the sand, now pretend to say bibia all right, bibia all right. Even the normalization committee and members of the association, they did not conduct themselves in this manner. They did not. How much more people who have sworn an oath to be guardians of our statutes and regulations at the FA. How much more them? I am saying, we should be able to speak against injustice. Said the beja that be posterity would judge us fairly. Because I am be all right, be all right. A children be the food and a swat, and you was so any the baba. A bian a bedu soon, in as you be the yankasa, none pano perpetuate injustice. Let us be bold and tell truth to power. Let us be bold and tell them, say, Demu ye dear, and fata. Demu ye dear, there be adabraka, and ko ye. Anunti, and at the framers of the statute say, the elections committee must be an independent committee, and so they do kataya. Yenti womunka, omada. Members of the Jeff Elections Committee, Omada, Omu Ram Kromo, they are deeply asleep. Miotumia, like a next Congress, say go Elections Committee, no, ASAP. Because the only mandate they have in 4 years since the Electoral Congress is to just run a successful elections. They are failing on their duty. They are failing on the job. 4 years, the Juma election will say, organize successful elections. 4 months to the time. How? And by this statute, they ought to be independent. Their work should not be controlled by the FA. But what do we see? What are we seeing? They are in bed with the FA. Instead of seeking the interest of the association, they are seeking the interest of individuals. Because independent means that, and yet every never tell say, say, who are regulations are the elections. Who are mra yashatu also the elections. So you are independent. Say you are not under the whims and caprices of the FA. And so now what do we see? Where is the elections committee? Where are they? Members no more here. Why have you allowed undue advantage? Why? What do you seek to gain by your mission and commission? What do you seek to gain? Because you're not working for the ESCO, you're not working for the president of the FA, you are working for football. And your preoccupation should be the development of the game. And your only job is to run a successful election. Only job in 4 years. You guys have failed woefully in delivering your mandate. Me fail at all. Me say mo wakunya anko si ye jimu na di e Congress e be kono. Ye to ba jimu nyina afiri ho.